Hey everybody, Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Time for another drum vlog. This is episode number 32, I think. So today I just wanted to show you guys some updates on the $100 drum kit. If you've been following my drum vlogs for a while, you saw me buy this drum set. If you haven't, I'll post a link down below. But this is a Ludwig Accent CS. Wait, no, combo. Sorry, not CS, combo. From the early 2000s, probably around 2005, somewhere around there. But yeah, I got this on Craigslist. It came as a 5-piece kit. I have the snare drum that matches the blue as well. One of the updates for this vlog is I actually just picked up this Accent steel snare drum. And this one is probably even older because this is before they started using the Ludwig style lugs on here. This looks like kind of like a pearl. I got this for super cheap. It was 25 bucks on eBay. Like, seeing the photos of it and seeing in this video, you might think this is like a kind of lightweight, you know, kind of cheap, crappy snare drum, but actually it is quite heavy. I was very surprised at how heavy duty this thing actually feels. The shell seems to be steel, and all the hardware is really well made. It's a really nice steel shell, and it sounds great. I have it cranked up pretty high. I just have a regular coated ambassador on there. Not my usual head of choice on the snare drum, but I just had one, I think from another project or another drum that I had bought, and I didn't want to spend any more money, so it was still in good shape, so I put it on there. But yeah, it sounds really nice. And so I just pulled this kit out of storage again to use that. And I also got this really cool Ludwig Spurlock hi-hat stand. And that really goes well with my Ludwig Speed King right there. You'll see the wooden beater. This thing was, I think, about 40 bucks. And the odd thing was with this one, I actually had to saw the post a little bit because it was so high. They'd mentioned in the auction on eBay that it was like a high clutch is what they said. And I don't know if like Ludwig offered that back then. But the thing is that post, this post right here, was so long that it wouldn't fit in my canister throne. And the whole thing was like actually really high, and it didn't really, you know, it didn't really cause any problems for me to chop the end off of it because I can still get the hi-hat up as high as I need it to go. And it wouldn't have gone up any higher than this anyways with the post that long because as you can see, the inner post is up all the way pretty much. But this thing's pretty neat. I've never had one of these. It's got the original clutch, which actually functions really well, surprisingly. Sometimes these old, you know, older hardware doesn't work so great, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me though, given it's a Ludwig, that it's really nice, you know, from the 60s. The later Ludwig stuff, the 80s Ludwig stuff, their hardware wasn't actually as good as the stuff made in the 60s, 50s and 60s. But it's very lightweight, feels good, works. And goes, you know, matches my Speed King, which is kind of what I was going for. And let's see, what else? I've got this Dixon flat bass stand over here, which I did a video on just recently. And for the heads, I've changed these out to Aquarian Studio X on the toms and Aquarian Super Kick 1 on the kick. I don't know if you guys have noticed that heads have gotten really, really expensive lately. I think what I want to put on there is just a regular, you know, either 2-ply without any kind of muffling, you know, foam piece on there. I guess I could take that out of there, but it sounds pretty good how it is. It's kind of like, you know, if you remember the original one, I said how much I don't like the EMADs, the Evans EMADs. You know, this is kind of like one of those, but I like this much better. One of the reasons why I don't like the EMADs, one of the things to me, I think they feel really strange. They just have like a spongy, odd feel to them. And maybe it's in my mind, but I just always felt that way every time I played it. This one feels good and sounds good. And I have everything tuned up really high on this kit right now. Higher than I ever did. I always had it tuned really low, but I just wanted to see what it sounded like this, kind of like, you know, Bonham or even higher, like jazz tuning almost. And it sounds really nice. So cymbals, might have seen the videos on these. I've got the Stag EX crashes here, 18 and 19, and check out the videos. I'll post links down below. Or you can just look at my channel. And then over here, still haven't made a dedicated video on this ride yet, but I will. But this thing is really awesome. This is a Camber 2, and a lot of you out there might be chuckling when I say a Camber 2 is really awesome, but it really is. It sounds great. It's nickel silver NS12 alloy. It's a 22-inch. Like, seeing 22 of this cymbal is actually quite rare. I've never seen another one. But it has a really nice dark wash. A really good defined stick definition, and the bell is just killer on this thing. Really unique bell sound. And over here on my left, these are Paiste Stenopel 15-inch nickel silver hats. And these are really old. They're probably from the 60s. And they're a bit on the heavy side, actually. Sometimes the older Paistes are really thin, but each one of these is about 1,000 grams. For 15s, that's a good weight. They don't sound too heavy. They actually have a low pitch, and they're pretty dark. They have a nice, crisp, chick sound when you hit them. Yeah, overall, I really love this whole setup. It sounds great and plays really good. It's a lot of fun to play. Oh, I forgot to mention the thing I'm sitting on, which is my canister throne. Well, I did talk about it for a second. But all the hardware you see here on this entire kit, everything fits in there. So everything to hold, all the cymbals and everything. My ride, I have right here, basically just a boom arm coming out of there. And I thought about putting like the side mounted, like more traditional kick mount boom or cymbal stand on there. But then I was like, why? It already has a hole. I'll just use that. And plus I don't have to spend any money. Ludwig flat bass stand over here. Ludwig basket style snare stand right there. And then the Dixon flat bass cymbal stand over here. So everything fits in the canister throne. And yeah, so I recorded recently using just these two mics. I have this, and I've done this same setup on other drum sets. This is a Pyle R42, or the full name is PDMIC R42 or something like that. And that's kind of like the overhead. And then I also have one of those down here under the ride, pointed kind of at the snare. Now you might think that that's going to get a lot of ride, but it really doesn't. I mean, it can if you really wail, hit the edge of the ride and it comes down like this. Then sometimes it can become overpowering. But if you keep it right there, pointed this direction, it really doesn't pick up a lot of ride. I mean, it picks up enough, but not too much to where it's overpowering. The great thing about that position is you get kick, both toms, and the snare. But of course, it only works if you're playing a 4-piece kit. If you have another tom there, it won't work. So yeah, but try it. If you haven't done this before, just one there, then one overhead. And I usually blend them mono. That way, I have panned them a little bit in the past, but I tend to like them the best mono that way. And you'll get a really balanced, nice sound with just two mics. You can hear everything. So that's pretty much all in this drum vlog. Oh wait, I forgot to turn my light back on. There we go. I mean, I guess I could just talk a little bit about my life, like what's been going on, but I've been super busy teaching a lot lately. I've been teaching Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days a week. And basically, I'm waiting for a student to show up here now. And it's really great. I'm really fortunate to have that many students. But at the same time, I'm also really tired because I'm still doing a lot of YouTube and other stuff as well. But it's still really cool. So nice to have that much work and to be able to do it all, like in a field that I enjoy and love, playing drums. So really cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.